Welcome, one and all. Welcome to this wonderful little general discussion thing that I run with me, myself, and Momo.
Hi.
Obviously, there's two
Hello.
of me. But, yeah, shut up. Shh. It's still my part right now. Alright. I got nothing. You messed up my god flow. Shit.
Oh well, I'm Alpha right now. So what's up, peoples? I am Moises, aka Momo, aka Pussy Slayer. Okay, not really. The last part is what Alex said to me one time, which I find endearing. But we are here, and we're gonna talk random spiels. We have fewer questions. I have my vacation story, which is not as exciting as it sounds, but still happened. And I don't know what Alex is gonna talk about. I think she's gonna say random biz that's gonna make me look bad, but it's okay because there's not much to me to look good about. So okay, let's do this. Go, Alex. Go with your thing.
Alright, so that's great. So as always, guys, in the description there is an audio link to be able to download said podcast if you want to put it on any little mobile device that you want. I forgot to put it up last week, but it's there. Also, give us topics, questions, or anything. It's general discussion. You can ask me about anything. Video games. Okay, I don't know how we're going to go with that since Momo's not really a hardcore person to be able to talk about that. But, you know,
I played a couple
or maybe
games.
movies. Or movies. Yeah, but me and you are in the PS2 era.
Oh yeah, but
And you leaked into the PS3 era, and I've linked into the Xbox 360 era.
yeah.
So that's we're not qualified to talk about what most kids are playing today.
So we're clever
because
talking
we
about
don't-
video games, the good ones.
Yeah, that's true. But you know how people are. You know how the internet is.
Oh, internet. Can't live with you, can't live without you.
I kind of think the internet's like one of those fiendish kids at school who just have porn. Who always have porn, like in their backpack. Oh, you know what? Speaking of porn, I remember I had this porn pen that I got from my grandpa way in 7th to 8th grade. I think you were in my gym class, but pretty much it was a pen that I turn upside down and the girl's clothes falls off. It was amazing. I thought I was the coolest kid in gym because of that. And then once the pen broke, no one cared about me. So whatever. Fuck
I
them.
remember when I don't know if people remember these things, but it was this string that had 2 balls at the end and then 1 ball in the middle, and you just moved it like a yo-yo or something like that and did this weird spins or whatever. And I bought one of those because I thought it was the coolest thing ever, little kid brain of mine. And I remember I told my friend hey, watch this, and I did it, and a bunch of kids just surrounded me. I'm like, what I tell you? I remember that so well because I was like, man, it's I want attention, boom.
Oh, I want attention. Boom. What the fuck? Alright, so we're going to get into what we're going to have to do today. So, first off, we're pretty much just going to tell me, Momo's going to tell me about his vacation. I've already known about it. He already told me. But it's good to tell you guys about it because obviously it's general discussion. And maybe we can find something interesting within there. So, Momo, please, tell us about the vacation that you took last week.
Alright, well, I went on a day. It was for the 4th of July thing, so we went there. It was a 3-hour drive, and it was to Wisconsin. And then when we got there, we went to a restaurant because it was late at night, and we were hungry because it was a long drive. And we went to this weird pork place and stuff like that, and there was a weird line for and there was this family ahead of us, but since we had one more person less than they did, we got to go ahead of them, which was awesome.
Oh. What the fuck? I would be furious.
Yeah, I looked at them and oh my glove. They're so fast.
They're so pissed.
They were. You can tell in their face man.
He was like, they're so mad right now.
Anyways, we sat down, we ordered food, and it was alright.
Wait, what did you order?
I ordered the manhandler, just because
The
just because of
manhandler.
the size. Because I was gonna order this steak burger or something like that, but it was gonna come with fries. But if I ordered the manhandler, it would have came with mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese. So I'm totally getting that. So I got that, and throughout the food.
Wait,
yes.
Well, hold on a minute. What's the manhandler consist of?
It's just chopped
you said
pork, pretty much.
Oh, chopped pork? Not anything special? No BBQ? Is it a BBQ
yeah,
place?
it was a barbecue place.
Nah, BBQ. It's the best.
It was alright. I wasn't fun. There was this sauce that says the owner was Dave or something like that. Dave sold his soul for this sauce, and I'm like, man, Dave got gypped. I didn't like that sauce.
What the
that
fuck?
sauce was like, ugh. It was supposed to be spicy or something. I was like, it's just sweet and bitter. It's not spicy at all. I didn't like it. Anyways, but the food was alright. It was like, it got me through the day. I got to eat. Then we stayed in a hotel.
A motel? We stayed in a motel.
That was a small hotel. Me and my brother, the second oldest, had a room to ourselves, and then my family, which was my mom and my two younger siblings, had a room to themselves. And then one of them kept trying to come into our room, and I'm like, dude, we have the same stuff you have. It's like, still, it's different. And when he did come in, I was like, oh, we have higher beds, or we have bigger rooms. It's like, man, first you want to come in here because it's supposed to be the greatest, then you show off how better your room is? Okay.
What does higher beds have to do with
I don't
anything?
know. I guess their beds were taller or something like that. I'm like, I like my beds on the floor. I don't care.
That doesn't mean anything.
To me, if the mattress is on the floor, I stay more comfortable than if it's like on a bed frame or whatever. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why, but sleeping in the middle of the air never was something I liked. The closer to the floor it is, it feels more comfortable. Yeah. I have no idea why. Maybe my animal instincts are kicking in.
Yeah, with a
I'm
mattress,
a man, brah.
with a soft mattress. Yeah, okay.
With soft, my mattress is not that
You're a
soft.
beast,
I need
bro.
a little hard. It used to be.
Anyways.
Until I got a new one. Fucking bullshit.
Then we slept. Oh, and I also bought my 3DS. And I got so far in Legend of Zelda because of this. Because of the traveling and stuff like that. It took 3 hours. And then the nights where we just chilled at the hotel because there wasn't really much going on. So I got so far in it. It was so amazing. Anyways.
But it was what Legend of Zelda?
Ocarina of Time. The Master Quest. That's like the only reason I got the 3DS. Because I wanted to play Legend of Zelda. And I wanted to play my childhood. But then I'm like, actually, I want to play a harder version of my childhood. Which is mirrored, and there's like a bunch of weird stuff added, and for some reason, it made the water temple easy. I don't know why. The next day, we woke up early, we went swimming. No, we were gonna go swimming, then we went to this place where the White House is upside down, and it's supposed to be, and I thought it was gonna be like, oh, everything's upside down, so we take pictures like we're in the ceiling and stuff like that, and it's supposed to like distort your mind or whatever, but it was a secret thing, the government and whatever. It was alright, it was fun. Took pictures of how I was gonna assassinate the president because I'm so sad. And then after that, we went swimming, which I wore a shirt because I'm not comfortable without my shirt. Because I jiggle.
Did you see any fly honeys there,
I thought I was gonna see some bodacious honeys, but America, damn. What happened?
We're not the fattest country anymore, so it's all good.
We're not, but still, it's like damn. It's like what happened? Are they going to actual resorts or something like that, or like, what's happening? It's like I expected the best, but I wore water slides, which were awesome. Then after that, we went on a walk through the town or whatever it was, the sites, and there was a bunch of stores, and I bought so much stuff I don't even need. I bought
so much
I
stuff.
bought the Elder Wand from Harry Potter because I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that. He broke it. They found it, they fixed it, and sold it to me. So, yes.
Whoa. You're gonna die in your sleep. Oh god, someone's gonna kill you for it.
I bought the sign that says, if you're gonna play with my joystick, might as well blow on the cartridge, which I thought was awesome and funny. So I bought it. Then I bought this Batman knife, which I was gonna buy a little one, but then this little girl pointed out the big one, and I'm like, guess what? I can buy this. So I bought it, and I really don't have a use for it. I cut myself with it already.
What the fuck?
But it's awesome.
What he got was a Batman pocket knife, and pretty much it pops out like pretty much like 3/4 of a batarang.
Yeah.
That's you can actually cut with it. So
yeah, it was cool. Then I bought these DC shirts, reversible T-shirts. One for me because I liked it so much, and one for Alex for his birthday. And it's like I was buying it. The guy was telling me how collectibles edition and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't know if he's lying to me because I was already buying them, so I don't see why he would try to sell me them when I'm.
No, he was bullshitting you. They're not collector's edition at all. There's nothing. They're average shirts.
Good. So whatever. And I was paying for them and stuff like that. And apparently this guy was everything. He was like a life coach, a music producer, and all this jazz. And I'm like, okay, man. He definitely had the energy for it. So I didn't question it. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And then
Oh, by the way, those shirts that Momo got, he also bought the same of this shirt. It's pretty much the Justice League, and then on the inside, it's supposed to have DC villains on it. And I thought there were supposed to be like DC villains that go against the Justice League, and all I fucking saw was Batman villains. Batman villains all around, and that kind of pissed me off for the reason that everyone else has a villain. Bro, the only different villain that wasn't Batman was fucking Superman. It was Lex Luthor. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I thought that was dumb.
Whatever. It's 2 shirts, bro, in one. So, but you say you liked it, so I'll take it. Anyways, after that we went to a place where you take photos and stuff, and everybody kept putting decisions on me, which I'm just gonna choose whatever comes to mind. I'm not gonna choose logically. I'm just gonna be boom, this, because of you made me choose, so I choose this, which I did choose Comic Logic. So okay, I guess that was a lie, but I chose steampunk, which was awesome, which is just something I'm really into. And then after that, we chilled. We went to see fireworks, which I almost slept through because I was so tired. Because every time everybody wanted to rest, I'm like, no, let's move, guys. We're on vacation. We can rest later. And then during fireworks, we're just sitting down, and I'm like, okay. Hey, guys, this is bad, guys. I'm gonna beat. Then the next day, we were gonna go swimming again, but I decided against it because they put all the decisions on me. So I'm like, okay, let's not go swimming because I don't wanna. I already did it. I already swam. I already did the brides. I don't wanna. Because we weren't gonna go back to the hotel and shower. We were gonna try to shower at the place. I'm like, no, I wanna look nice for the rest of the day or something like that, and whatever. Then we stopped at different places. We stopped at Denny's, which was the first time I ate there. Which there's a restaurant here where we live called A's, and I always order their trucker skillet, which is the best. Oh my god, I have dreams about it. It haunts me. And I ordered a skillet over there, and it was food. I didn't like it that much, but I needed food.
It was food.
I needed food to get by. So I was like, I better eat this. And
for those of you who don't know, Denny's is kind of like this. It's supposed to be like a larger franchise of like a diner type of feel for food. They serve a wide variety of food. They serve breakfast all day, which I only stop calling me. I usually order pancakes and stuff like that. I believe I've eaten there once and gotten something different. So it was like chicken nuggets, and they were really good, and their French fries are really good. But you know, Denny's breakfast food is where it's at, but you know, most people usually go to IHOP for breakfast food, so you know, it's understandable. Go for it.
I totally go to IHOP. I love IHOP.
I've never gone to IHOP before.
Anyways, what else? I basically drink two packs of 15 Sody Pops of Code Red within Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I drink 30 Sody Pops by myself.
By myself.
I shared like 2. Okay, I'm recording now.
So there was a little bit of technical difficulties with Momo's recorder, but we got it all situated, and we just pretty much have him retell the story. You guys didn't miss much. We caught it like 3 minutes in, so thank goodness it wasn't like 10 more minutes in. Then, you know, that would have been devastating. But just go on with what you were saying, bro.
Okay, I shared like 4 Sody Pops with my brothers, but I basically drank like 30 Sody Pops on my own within the time period. But like before that, when we were going home, we rode the go-karts, and they looked like Batmobiles, which I thought were cool and stuff like that. They looked better, and the track was way better than the one we have over here. And it was my little brother's first time, so he was nervous and excited at the same time. So I wanted to see that. But basically, when I first started, I got a slow kart for some reason, and then like I could tell a difference because we went twice, and the second one was just booming, it was beautiful. I loved it. But the first time, this little dude and this little girl just like passed right by me, just zoom, and I'm like, wow, really? I'm that guy? I'm like flooring it, not stopping at all. I'm like, how are they doing this? Anyways.
This is Mario Kart all over again.
And I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. Oh yeah, and this little dude passed between 2 cars, which was me and this other person, right in the middle, smooth as hell. I was like, man, I don't even mind that I got past. It was impressive. I was like, hell yeah. So we went a second time, and I'm like, okay, it's time to redeem myself. It's like, come on, Mario Kart, come on. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna do what you taught me and stuff like that. And it taught me well, because when we started, I zoomed through 4 people. I was like, what's up? I was like, bye, doing my race. Even though it was not a race, I was racing by myself because nobody else was racing.
I was the only one racing. You're the asshole there, taking it serious.
Anyways, I boomed through 4 people, and then I'm like cruising, and then I'm able to pass this other lady, which is an older lady, and I don't know if it was the grandma or the mom of this little dude, this little kid, and I'm like, oh, okay, and they're taking a wide turn. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna squeeze in through the middle because it's faster that way. Mario Kart taught me that, and then for some reason she sharply turns inwards, which starts hitting me, and instantly I push back because I don't want to hit the railing. So I'm like, boom, and like I hit her in a way like in Mario Kart, which just like sent you flying, and all I hear is like ah, and I'm like, oh my glob. And I'm like, I look back and I check if they're okay. I'm like, should I stop? Should I keep going? What do I do? And then I look at the person that's supposed to be watching over everybody. This person that's supposed to be like the guardian of us, not even paying attention. And I'm like, should I? I'm gonna keep going. And I'm like, I just did my thing. I just cruised around. And then after our turn was over, all I hear is this woman just yelling, going like, some kid. It's like, yeah, I had fun, but some kid hit us over there in the turn. I'm like, oh my god, I should apologize for it. But she seems super pissed, and I'm like, I really don't want my ass getting chewed up. And then I was like, okay, and all I hear is like, yeah, some kid over there. So I started walking towards the exit, and I'm like, okay, if she sees me and calls me out, I will apologize. But otherwise, I'm just gonna avoid it. I want to do the right thing here, but I don't want to get my ass chewed, pretty much. And then I stand around. We're about to leave, and my family's waiting for me to get into the van so we can boom out of there, or like leave. And I stand there for a second, like, okay, give her a chance to call you out. It's like, okay, nothing. Let's go. I'm out of here. I'm not gonna take responsibility for this since I wasn't caught. I'm out of here. And it was like, oh my god. And then I told my brother afterwards, and apparently I knocked the little dude's glasses off, and I'm like, I felt so bad. I felt so bad about it. I was like, no.
Momo probably traumatized this kid's life and ended up making a fucking real life supervillain, and is just gonna fuck with his life forever.
I don't know. I don't think I have to worry about it since I'm not a superhero, so I shouldn't get the supervillain. Because you never hear that story of the supervillain fucking up that one person's life. It's like, what?
Well, no. Actually, this kind of sounds like the making of a supervillain, because usually it's something small and trivial. You're like, I'm gonna kill everyone.
Man,
I'm gonna take over the world.
That's terrible. But I felt so bad about it.
Bro, what if you actually flipped them over?
I didn't flip them over. They just I looked.
No, but what if you did flip them over? Would you go and apologize?
I would have stopped the car. I would have stopped the car because that's some serious damage. Because when I rode the cars and the little dudes passed me, they hit me and everything like that, and it wasn't terrible. Like, yeah, it was like, oh man, I'm losing control. But it was like easily contained control out of the go-kart. It wasn't like, oh man, Fast and the Furious break physics type stuff. So I was like, okay, that's why I was like, okay, they're fine. They just went to the side. They got this. So it wasn't like dramatic because I got hit a couple times myself, and I was like, okay, it's not that bad. But still, I felt terrible because it was an old lady and a little dude. So I was like, man, all I needed was like puppies. That's all I needed, like puppies and a rabbi. Just like, man,
a fucking rabbi. Oh man, that's terrible.
So I was like, I felt so bad about it, but yeah, I got a story out of it, I guess.
Finish off your vacation.
Oh, I thought I finished it already. Okay, well.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Anyways, after that, we just saw a bunch of places. We went to fireworks stores to see the firework deals and whatever. And the people working there were so dull. They're like, man, this is bunks. I'm like, you work in a fireworks store. People were excited. If I worked there and I went on my break, fireworks all the time. I'll just open a package.
I don't think you could do that.
They wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know.
And then I do this thing that I do at work there. I was like, and I was like, to see a reaction or something like that. I was like, but nothing. It's like, that could have been a real firework, guys. Come on. You do nothing about it. Guess I don't have permission to do it. And then we went back home, So many slushies, I swear. So many slushies. And then we ended the day with nachos. Yeah, which was awesome. And I got so far in Legend of Zelda, which I'm sort of sad about because I sort of don't want it to end. But I'm like, man. But yeah.
Don't we all don't want games that we love to end? That's why you play games that never end, like Sims.
But it's like, I don't know, I find that boring. The only fun thing I find about that is I can make my own house and I can create a person. Besides that, I'm bored of that game. I remember playing My Sims, or Wii Sims or whatever, and I remember I was a dick in that game because I sent people, I was like, I want this town to be the coolest town ever, and sent people that I didn't like, I was like, oh, kind of boring, so I put them to the furthest place possible. I was like, you're out of my town. And they came back. I was like, no, get out of here. Don't come back. I want new people. I don't want this jazz. I would spend so much time in my house though. At my house and creating a guy. That's all I did. That's why I help people in my Wii Sims, so I can get more stuff from my house. If they get it, I get it. It's awesome.
So that's Momo's wonderful little vacation story that he told me. I was listening through it. It didn't sound as exciting when he first told me. For some reason, it sounds better this time.
It's because
maybe because he told it so many times already to begin with. Maybe. Yeah.
No, not really. I only said I went on vacation. But besides that, it's because the day I was beat, bro. I was like 3 days, hardly slept much, and if I got into a stationary mode, I got tired. So when you came over, I was a little bit tired, and I felt terrible about that.
Oh, yeah. So after he got back home, which was, I believe, it was like late Friday night, and then the day after, Saturday, sometime around noon, I went to go hang out with this guy because I haven't seen him forever. He told me this. He gave me my birthday present. I've seen all the stuff he told me about. And then, we played video games, and then I whooped his ass in Injustice like a lot.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The Lex Express.
So terrible how bad I am in that game. It's like, come on.
And then I ended up pretty much quitting the game because I got a little bit bored near the end. So I gave Momo my controller, and then he kind of turned it off. And then I started playing with his younger brother. And then Momo passed out. And so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll play with your brother. So I ended up learning a game, becoming as good as your brother, which he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's why I don't play video games with him that much, because, oh my God.
Your brother was really good.
Yeah, he is. He is good.
And then pretty much me and him equaled out a score. We one of us has not won. We pretty much had like 8 losses and 8 wins across the board. I was like, yo, like, I want to win. I want to win at least once before I leave. But he tied. I'm like, damn it. But I played with his brother, which he's definitely he's a challenge. He pisses me off, but whatever.
Yeah, dude, he scarred me from Dragon Ball Z. I can't play Dragon Ball Z with him ever, because when I played with him, he was like just, oh my God, he just raped. Like, he did like this move which hit me like 7 times, and then he can do it multiple times. I'm like, why'd you even want to play with me? All you want is just a reaction from me. I was like, come on. And then, like, personally, I think he does some cheap stuff where it's like, just the energy balls a couple of times. Like, come on, man, don't repeat the same moves. It's bunks. Boring when you do that.
So yeah, Momo's brother is gonna become into a future me, and whoever his best friend's gonna be is gonna have a miserable time when they play video games. They're like, what the fuck? He's like, why do we even come over anymore? It's like, what's the point? I just feel bad about myself after I leave. This is abuse. You're abusing me. But let's get into viewer questions. We've got we got a decent amount. Probably gonna answer 2. Probably save a bunch just so it feels like people are asking us questions, because not a lot of people do. But as always, guys, topics you guys want us to talk about or anything along those lines, that would be most enjoyed between most of us. Questions or anything that we could pretty much explode a discussion about. So here's the first question, bro.
All right.
This is from Anime Spotlight, which said she learned a lesson from watching our last episode, mainly from me.
Okay.
Yeah, she was talking about how in middle school, here, I'll read what it says. It says, This podcast was interesting, smiley face. Even though I'm a girl, I found it helpful somehow. XD face. Kind of bad that I'm in my middle school. People were losing their virginity and getting pregnant. But yeah, lucky it wasn't me. I'm going to high school, so wish me good luck. I don't think it will be anything different from middle school from what happens in middle school. So that's pretty much what her expectations of what high school is going to be. And when you think about it, high school just became a little bit more adult than what the middle school is. Obviously, hers seems adult, but, it became adult for us, I guess you could say. It was a little bit transition.
Yeah, I don't know, since it's a different generation for sure, a lot of things are going to be a lot more different. Like you said, back when we were, it was super bad to find out that 8th graders and stuff like that had lost their virginity. It was even rare. But now it's, the most common thing ever in the world, which I find bunks to be.
Yeah, I kind of find that disturbing.
Yeah, but, I don't understand. They're little, their bodies aren't even that developed and stuff like that. Their minds aren't even that developed yet and stuff like that. It's but I don't know. Did she say if she lost her virginity yet?
No,
she
no.
Had it? Well, that's good.
She had it, and nothing happened. So keep pure forever.
No, don't keep.
Hope you find a guy or a girl or just the right guy. Don't be Momo, because don't be fucking Momo. Just don't be Momo.
What? Okay, just I don't know. If anything, if you don't care or something like that about your first, about having intercourse or sex or whatever, at least have the first time be the right way, because it's gonna be the first time ever. Because there's stories of people how oh man, I lost my virginity, but now I'm dating this amazing person that I wish I had waited just a little bit longer to be with, so I could have lost it with them and stuff like that. Because it would have been something special, something wonderful, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's just something that if you're at least not gonna care, at least choose to care about the first one, at least.
Yes, don't be a whore like me. Don't be like a whore I was. Let's say that. I'm a changed man, bruh.
Say, do as we say, don't do as we do.
Yeah, so her question is, if you could create your own game, what would be the story plot of it? So pretty much, we have a game, what's the story gonna be about?
Is it together
what's
or
the direction? No, just you.
Oh.
Individually. Just me and you.
Definitely gonna be so much like Zelda and Shadow of the Colossus, where you're a warrior and stuff like that, or trying to protect something. It doesn't have to be significant, but just protecting something, and then you fight these mythical things that it's just beyond imagination or something like that. That's just you get to do weird stuff. I like the Assassin's Creed, how they incorporate inventions into it. You can start learning how to do new stuff. Or Jack and Dexter, I remember that. They invented a couple stuff in order to help and stuff like that. Or how in Attack on Titans they developed the weapons they use to actually defend themselves. It would be something along those lines. And I don't know, make it like Legend of Zelda, where it's continuous and could be a rebirth or different characters at least and stuff like that. But it's you face, I don't know, these creatures that you would not expect to go, or people are expecting not to win. It's man, you're gonna fight a colossal. You have a death wish. It's no, I'm doing it because I care. It's because I have to, or something like that. Just be alpha. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Those stories are something that I really do like. I like the pretty much the unknown person, or no, not unknown, but the almost unlikely person overcoming these odds to be able to do something for the greater good. I've always liked stuff like that, and that's probably something that I would like, that kind of story to be able to go. Obviously, it's going to have some deeper meaning going beyond it, but pretty much being, I guess, useless and becoming something, something along those lines. But what is it? You were talking about Attack on Titan. I want to get into that a little bit. So recently,
wait, before we get into that, I also want a secondary game, because I remember hearing this before, how games now and back when are different. From now, you start small, like you said, insignificant, and they get bigger and awesome and stuff like that. But back when, game characters were alpha from the very beginning. I want to make another game like that, just to bring that back a little bit. It's just have a badass guy already badass from the very beginning, just doing badassery things throughout the game. I think that'd be cool as well. But definitely adventure.
Duke Nukem.
Adventure.
Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I never really played him. How about? Oh man, what's his name? Crash Bandit. Yeah.
Crash Bandit.
Yeah, or
Crash Bandicoot.
yeah, there we go.
Now what the?
There we
go. Crash Bandicoot was like, he was scared. I don't know. It was weird. I never really understood his character. I always thought he was like a coward.
I remember him just being. It was him and who else? Or like now God of War. That guy just alpha as hell from the very beginning.
Yep. Alright, so yeah, going into Attack on Titan thing. So Momo asked me recently, he didn't understand what was going on in Attack on Titan. The most recent chapter, which I believe is 56 or 55, pretty much the one where, I don't know how to say her name, Ymir says that it was 60 years ago. Something regarding 60 years ago.
Wait,
I don't want.
Did you recently read it? Because there's a version that says fixed.
Yeah, I read it. And I just read it recently. I read 2 chapters that I've missed for 2 months. And I just want you to do something later afterwards. And if anyone's reading Attack on Titan, I want you to read that chapter over again, the most recent one that came out for July. And then I want you to read chapter 18.5, which goes with the journal. And read 18.5, and your mind will be fucking blown, because it's been leading up for like 2 years. And that's pretty, it's pretty damn interesting. So if any of you read on Attack on Titan, if you read it, definitely, don't do it if you watch Attack on Titan. You're going to spoil whole shit loads of stuff for you. But your mind's going to be blown, bro.
Yeah, and 18.5?
18.5, yes, with the journal.
Anyways, I watched the show before I read the manga, and the show covered a lot from the manga that was super ahead of time. Like, they cut things from the future manga and put it to the back for some reason. I don't know why, but I saw that when I started rereading it instead of the show.
Oh, I haven't watched the anime yet. I'm waiting until the anime's done so I could watch it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because I want to know where they leave off, because Attack on Titan comes out monthly, like, and since you're telling me they're doing a lot of information within it, like, how long breaks are they going to do it? Are they going to go off and do their own thing, or?
That'd be weird, but I still watch it.
Yeah. Alright, so, going on to the next question. So, Torres039, he has a Deadpool picture, which I dislike you for that.
I like you for that.
Alright, you said, what's your favorite game of all time and most hated game of all time? Do you need time to think? Because I already have mine.
You go, yeah.
Alright, so my most favorite game of all time has to be Metal Gear Solid 3. I bought that probably 2 years ago for my PlayStation 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably one of the best games that I've ever played. You can play it any which way you possibly want. You can be sneaky, you can be a fucking asshole. There's titties, it's great. Well, you gotta look at them first. You gotta press the, I believe, R1 or L1 to be able to take control of the... No, I forgot. You can take control of cutscenes, you can actually look around a bit. And you can look down at the girl if you want, but usually looking at her face. But I'm like, baby, I ain't listening. but I honestly love that game. It's extremely awesome. The healing system's a little annoying, but I kind of understand it. It's something a little bit different from the Metal Gear Solid series. The bosses are great, definitely. And definitely the fucking sniper boss is ridiculous, man. I went through that game without killing any of the bosses. Which pretty much you tranquilize them, which is probably pretty much hard mode. And I play that game on hard mode. I love that game. I also love, what's it called? Resident Evil 4, Bioshock 4. I play that game over and over again. I play that game on the hard mode. I play that game without upgrading of my weapons. Pretty much make it very hard. And, you know, I honestly love that game. And one of the most hated games one of my most hated games of all time probably has to be something that's recently. I built up my expectations for this game. I thought it was amazing. All I hear is good reviews on it, how amazing this game is, that it's the fucking best, and it's 999. I played it for my channel, as you guys know, and that game's just complete shit. It doesn't deserve a 9, out of 10 like it's giving. It's not well done, I guess you say. The premise is good, but the execution sucks dick. And that's probably have to be the most hated, disappointed game of all time for me. So you got anything for you? And also, sorry about that. Metal Gear Solid 3 is a PlayStation 2 game, and 999 is a DS game that I also played on my channel. But I didn't play Metal Gear Solid 3 for my channel. I wish I could. I would play the hell out of that game. But anyway, go on with yours.
Mine, like I said earlier, it'd be like Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time one, because like I played it when I was little and I found it fantastic, and I'm replaying it now, like years later, and I still find that game bloody fantastic. So that one in Shadow of the Colossus, even though it's kind of the story is kind of slow and stuff, the action sequences and stuff, and how you have to, and the reasoning, and how you have to take down these massive, like pretty much moving mountains. I found that extremely amazing, because it's like with swords and all that jazz, and I found that amazing. But definitely, I think like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is like one of the best ones that I played ever. And hated one. Hated. I hated. What games did I hate? Man, I basically buy only games that really interest me. Otherwise, I don't even bother with them. I think I don't know. I'm terrible at shooter games, except like Gears of War, and that one I wasn't even good at either. I just enjoyed that one. And Left 4 Dead. That one was the same. But hated? I don't know. When I was little, I played the Superman game. It was just bonks. Just
I played it too.
It was so ridiculous.
It was gay.
It was so dumb, and I'm like, how do I fly? I couldn't fly for the love. I was like, his thing is flying. It's like, oh my god!
I remember I got him to fly, and he was just diving into the water, not moving at all, just continuously diving straight down into the water. I'm like, oh my!
I don't know.
God.
Maybe that's where my hatred or my dislike of Superman started. Like, man, Superman, you're bunks. You're useless.
It's deep rooted. It's deep rooted. Hey, bro, did you know there's an Aquaman video game for the GameCube?
Is it any good?
It's a piece of shit, but whatever.
Whatever. So I guess that one is just trash.
And that's for the Nintendo 64. That's Superman 64. If any of you want to torture yourself, just play the game. It's definitely, you have to get used to the controls, but it's a playable game. Let's just say that.
It's the only one I can think of that I disliked, because it was just terrible. Just box. No, never again.
So I think we're probably gonna call it a day. I think we covered a lot of stuff, didn't we?
Yeah,
Right? You got to talk for a majority of it, which is something different. And also, you did the intro. That's pretty good. You did half of the intro, but I let you carry it.
Right.
Even though we had that stupid little technical difficulty, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but we cut it quick. Well, I cut it quick.
So I don't know what we're going to talk about the next podcast, but I think we're probably just going to talk about, video games. So if you guys will give us something on the topic of video games even more.
Yeah, or anything in general and stuff like that. We still have to finish the high school stories, apparently.
Yeah, but we'll do that some other time. Yeah, whenever I feel like it. But, you go with video games. Like we said, me and Momo, we've only delved into a little bit. Like, he bought a PS3 for the Blu-ray, and obviously some games.
I got it for God of War 3. I wanted
God of War 3, and then
series.
he played the Arkham series, and he Lollipop Chainsaw and
which we finished
Injustice.
within a day.
Yeah. And then I got the Xbox 360 when I was super young, and I started playing Say So games, and I guess we could talk about that a little bit. The difference, or just games in general from our past, the games that we really like. But I think we're probably gonna call it a day. Thank you for listening to this episode, or you sat through it. I know it sucks sometimes, but fuck you. Have a good day.